What is going on, guys? MG2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the high-grade P-Bandai Byarlant Isolde from Mobile Suit Gundam Twilight Axis. Now this thing, the silhouette is basically the stock Byarlant with a Gundam head, but I have to say this thing is pretty decent looking. Now I am a bit on the fence with the color scheme because I'm not really a fan of the pink and purples, but I have to say, just brushing that aside, it does look pretty nice. Now this is a custom of the Byarlant, so there cannot be without any flaws. Now the seam lines on the side binders over here really do piss me off, and then the seam lines right down the shoulders, the seam lines right down the fuel tanks, these seam lines are everywhere. But of course you cannot really see them from a distance, and especially because I'm going to be customizing them, I could have a platform to pry the pieces open and dismantle this thing, but as a straight build, you really need to put in a lot, and I mean a lot of work to basically cover up all of these seam lines, because it is an eyesore when you're looking at it from up close. And of course, there are a ton of stickers which I didn't use. The ones I use, I believe, are only on the eyes, which they do look pretty good with the magenta kinda or purple eyes. But then there should be a lot of yellow specks all over the body, which I didn't use because, as I said, I am going to be painting this thing. So dismantling it and peeling off the stickers will be a pain in the arse, so I did not bother to put on all of those stickers. But I have to say, without all of the stickers, it still looks pretty nice. Of course, it may be lacking the yellow accents that are supposed to be on the body to make this thing pop even more, but I'm satisfied with how it looks like right now, because, as I said, I didn't want to take the time to peel out the stickers when I want to paint it, so I'm gonna leave it at that. So, in general, this thing does look pretty good, although with a ton of damn seam lines that you need to cover up. Articulation wise, this is probably the original Byarlant's articulation. The head is on a ball joint and a custom neck joint. The arms themselves, oh my god, they are confusing as heck. So the arms, they can swivel up and down in the torso. These pieces are on a clip joint so they can move. These pieces, shoulder pieces over here, they can move. These can move over here, and then the fuel joints over here, I don't know, this is the thrusters, they can move on a ball joint over here. The arms themselves, they can rotate above the upper arms, they can bend at the upper arms and bend at the elbow. In total, it is a pretty decent amount of articulation, and then a ball jointed wrist and a ball jointed waist. Now this thing does fall off extremely easily, so I'm gonna leave it off for the rest of the review, but in general this thing does look good, so I might have to glue it on after I painted it. But then back to the topic. So waist on a ball joint, so crunches are possible, and then there are front skirts. No, the side skirts, they are on ball joints, but they cannot really move out of the way. And then of course we have thigh skirts, so they are pegged onto the thighs by ball joints. Back skirts have already fallen off, but it's gonna fall off no matter what when you move it, so you have to glue it in. So the legs, they do not have a unique mechanics, so they can only go forwards, backwards, outwards, not that much. Rotation at the thigh, a double jointed knee which can only bend a 90 with armor shifting, and then the feet themselves, they can move on a ball joint, and then the toes can point down, and these things do not move, don't be mistaken. And then onto the backpack, this entire assembly can move on a peg, and then these things can swivel in and out, and then the fuel tanks themselves, they can swivel up and down a little bit, in and out like so, and then the thrusters on the fuel tanks, they can expand. So all in all, there are many points of movement in this kit, but the articulation is a bit lackluster, especially on the lower body, but I cannot really blame them because the Byarlant is a very bulky suit, and it is manufactured way back when Gundam Unicorn is still on air, so there really isn't anything to blame it for. Accessories, beam sabers, only that, because it has beam guns in its palm, so there really isn't any handheld accessories except for the beam sabers. Now, they are stored really well on the on the upper arms. So yeah, they do not fall off, they do not do anything, they just sit in there until you summon them. So you do get a pair of holding hands. So you basically stick the beam saber from the bottom of the hand. Now, it's like the vegan suits, it doesn't have any left or right, so it doesn't really matter. And then you do get 2 clear blue beams, which are the gigantic variant. So you could stick this thing in here like so, swap the hands out, and there you have it. The beam saber being held by the Byarlant Isolde. And the blue beams do really complement with the color scheme, which I really like. So that's all the accessories for the Byarlant Isolde. Rough size comparison, this is the Destiny Gundam coming right back. So this thing is wide as heck. But if somebody has a Cubalay, please tell me which one of those is larger and wider, just because I reviewed a Cubalay a few years ago, but I forgot the proportions of it, obviously. So there really isn't that many references that I could think of in my head. And then why not bring in the old Gaia Gundam, just so the Byarlant Isolde can just devour it in size. This is a very big boy. So that's it for the Byarlant Isolde. I would have to say, first experience of the Byarlant, it's pretty good. So I'll put this at a 6 to 7 out of 10. So if you guys somehow see this thing in the shop, definitely go pick this thing up. And yeah, on top of the fact that you like Gundam heads. But if you do not see this thing in the shop, don't worry. I think the original Byarlant and the Byarlant Clear version is the same as this thing, except for with a different head. So you guys will not need to worry about it too much. And also, you do have a lot, and I mean a lot of leftover parts, so you could customize this thing to your heart's content with the parts contained within. That's it for me. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please be sure to drop a like, comment, and also subscribe for more Gunpla reviews, Gunpla news, and all that kind of stuff. Subscribe to the featured channels on my channel page if you haven't, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys. Bye bye.